What? What the fuck? No. No, please. No. Oh God. No. Please. Oh, no. Hello everyone. As you can probably tell by the lighting in the room now, this video is gonna be a little bit scary, but at the same time, it's gonna raise some questions like, what happened to your beard? Now, UFO or unidentified flying object can basically mean anything that's not identifiable that is flying. So when I say these are my UFO experiences, I mean that I could not identify these things, meaning that I'm not saying any of these are alien, but all I'm saying is that there is a possibility. So all in all, this video is not meant to say I've seen aliens. It just means that I've seen things in the sky that are pretty unexplainable. So let's just jump into the first one. Now, the first time that I recall ever seeing anything in the sky that I couldn't identify was probably way back almost 11 years ago, 2009-ish maybe, when I started high school. And it was my brother, our mutual friend, and we were just hanging out. And it was a bright, sunny day, no clouds in the sky. So if any planes were to fly over us, we would know it was a plane. But on this clear, sunny day, what we saw could not be a plane. I distinctly remember there being 3 orbs of light, all arranged in a triangle formation and just silently flying over our heads. Now, the distance was pretty far away. It was probably about the height that a plane would fly. My phone's ringing. It's probably the government saying like, stop talking about this shit right now, bitch. And to this day, my brother still says he remembers that. So it wasn't just in my imagination, but that was not the most compelling story. Let's keep going. Now this one was a little more compelling. We're not getting there just yet. Well, you'll know when we get to the most compelling one. There was one time when I was with my little brother. He was probably about 8 years old at the time, and I was maybe 19 because I'm 11 years older than him. But we were driving home from the mall, and we were passing this one building, and I look to my right, and I see this object flying. It didn't look like it was a plane. It didn't look natural in any way. This thing was a lot closer than those 3 orbs of light that I saw many years before that. But the real kicker is that this thing went from being horizontal to doing this, flipping to the side, and then completely turning over, and then just keep going like nothing happened. And my little brother was a witness to this. He saw it. Since he wasn't driving, he watched the entire thing happen, and to this day, I still cannot explain what the hell that thing even was. Now, this next one was probably the closest object to me of any of them on this list, meaning physically close, not like I don't have like an emotional attachment to this fucking object. And I might have an explanation for this, but at the same time, I'm not a scientist. I cannot prove what this thing was, and most likely it definitely was not a spaceship or an alien or anything like that, because what I think it was will definitely be a little more plausible. So I was with that same brother that I was in the car with on the last entry, and we were just sitting out back because there was a meteor shower going on that day. This was maybe 2015, 2016, maybe 2017, I forget what year it was, but it wasn't like super long ago. And we were just on the lawn chairs, just relaxing, watching the sky. It was a nice clear night. And then my brother decided, since we weren't seeing anything, he would take a quick break, go to the bathroom. I would just stay out there. So he went inside. I just was laying there. I stood up for a little bit to stretch. Then I look up, and if I wouldn't have looked up at this moment, I would have completely missed it. But there was this glowing green, maybe rock, that shot maybe about 500 feet above my head. It was silent, it was tumbling, and it was glowing green. What the fuck? I had the weirdest feeling. Like I could not believe it. That was like the closest any of these objects has ever been to me, and I didn't know what to think. But the first thought was meteorite that broke through the atmosphere, because it was a meteor shower. And it was heading due north. That freaked me out, man. But at the same time, I was like, I gotta tell Evan. So that's my brother's name. And so I go inside. He's just about to come out of the bathroom. And I'm like, dude, you missed it. I didn't film it. and you missed it, but there was this glowing green tumbling rock silently flying over my head, and I was like, that had to have been a meteor. That was the closest I've ever been to anything like that. But, like I said, it was unidentified, and I cannot prove that it was a meteorite or anything like that, but it definitely was more natural than it was like a spaceship or something like that. But now we're gonna get on to the most recent, and at the same time, most compelling thing that ever happened, even though I'm the only one who witnessed it. I told everyone at work because this happened while I was on the job. It's insane. Now, this last thing, I know you probably will not believe me, or maybe you will, but at the same time, you didn't see it, so you don't know the magnitude of what this was. This was probably the most compelling evidence that, at least in my mind, that there might be extraterrestrial life, or at least the government is working on some sort of secret drone that is completely silent and stuff like that, that is just spying on everyone in the world or something like that. Because why would they come to this little town in southeastern Pennsylvania? But I was on a delivery. I work at a pizza place, if you didn't know. I was on a delivery probably about a week and a half ago, maybe a week ago. I was about to back out of my parking spot. I could see something in my rear view mirror, and I was like, okay, that's probably just like a plane or something. There's these lights, and I backed up, went out of the parking lot, got up to the light, and then I look. This thing is not really like moving super fast, and it looks really close. And I was like, what? Okay, so it was in the direction that my delivery was. So I decided, all right, I'll take a little bit of a detour just to see what this thing is. I turn onto the one road, and lo and behold, when I get close enough to it, this thing is pretty close. It's maybe like a little bit farther up than that meteor, but it was pretty close. And I could actually make out some of the details in it. It was nighttime, so you could see the lights and stuff, but you could see the rough outline of it. It was a diamond-shaped craft. Not like a diamond, but like a, like for a quadrilateral, like a kite. But this was no kite, and this was no ordinary drone if it was a drone. This thing was just hovering there for a good 30 seconds, and then it started to just slowly glide off into the horizon. Normal planes do not have that shape. Do not just hover there for like almost half a minute and don't just like glide away very slowly like that. But yeah, that one encounter really made me think that there might be intelligent life somewhere else in the universe, and they are observing us. I'm not trying to sound like a conspiracy theorist. So either the government was spying on our town, or there's some fucking aliens, bitch. So that's it for my time, guys. Remember to like the video, subscribe if you're new here, and make sure to comment down below any unidentified flying objects that you've seen, and also make sure to tell me if you were the only one who witnessed it or multiple people. And I will see you guys on a different planet. Beam me up, bitch. Ah!